Hello, Namaste, Salam Walaikum, Sat Sri Akal. Welcome back to another session with your VahChef at whatever.com. Today we are going to learn a cookie from India. We call it Nan Khatai. There are a couple of variations of making this Nan Khatai. I am just going to show you two varieties today. For this, take 50 grams of fat. You can take butter, ghee, dalda, add powdered sugar or fine sugar. Mix this, just apply little pressure with the wooden spoon and cream it. When you mix it like this, you will see the change in the color of this mixture. In another bowl, take 100 grams of all-purpose flour, add half a teaspoon of baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. If you are using salted butter, you don't need to add salt. Otherwise, add pinch of salt. Even in any sweet cookies, if you add a pinch of salt, that brings out a nice flavor to your cookies. Add cardamom powder and mix all these ingredients really good. In the olden days, they used to add ammonia-based raising agent and it used to smell really bad. But nowadays, not many people use ammonia kind of raising agents. They just use baking powder and baking soda. And whenever you find in a recipe to use ammonia based raising agent, just add baking soda and baking powder half, that would be good. Once you cream this fat and sugar, the mixture will become nice white in color. To this, add the flour, cardamom powder, baking soda, salt mixture. Mix again. Now if you notice, I have scraped out all the fat that is there. This kind of give a short crust effect and the cookies will be nice soft. To this mixture, add 1 teaspoon of yogurt and just mix it till it forms and looks like a nice cookie dough. What I mean by nice cookie dough is the dough should break. Even though this is like a dough, now when you break it, it should easily break. That's when the dough is really good. But at the same time, if you press it, you should be able to make into a nice dumpling. If you want, you can also add pistachio or almonds to it, crushed one. I'm going to add half of this mixture into this cookie dough and just mix it once again. Here is another variation. Instead of using cardamom powder, I'm using more of vanilla essence. Add vanilla essence to this fat and sugar mixture and mix it up. In this variation, I'm using 75 grams of all-purpose flour, 25 grams of suji, that is semolina. Use the fine variety of semolina, pinch of salt, 1/4 spoon of baking soda, half teaspoon of baking powder, and mix all this. See, adding the semolina gives a different kind of texture. Add this suji and flour mixture to this vanilla essenced sugar and fat mixture and do the same thing. Give it a short crust kind of effect. Now to this short crust mixture, add 1 teaspoon of curd. Just mix and make the same way into a nice dough. You can make colorful variations of Nan Khatai. You can add a little bit of cocoa powder to this dough. Just add 1 drop of milk or water. Mix this cocoa powder with this cookie dough, so you will get a brown chocolate flavored cookie dough. You can take this chocolate flavored Nan Khatai dough, just make into a nice roundel. Take a pistachio or whatever you want on this, just press it and put it on a baking tray. You can also take half of the chocolate dough and half of this white dough, just mix it together and make it into another round. Take another piece of almond, press it, and then you can put it on the baking tray too. In another variation, take a small roundel of Nan Khatai dough, just dip it in pistachio mixture, then put it on a baking tray. Give the kids this Nan Khatai dough and they can play around as if they are using clay and they will come out with fancy ways of making Nan Khatai cookies. There is no limitations, you can be as creative as you want. After you put these cookies on a sheet, just put it in the fridge for 15 minutes and then put it in the oven. That way, you will get perfectly baked cookies. Now you can bake these multi-variations of Nan Khatais in the oven for 15 minutes at 130 degrees centigrade or 10 minutes for 150 degrees centigrade. Dear friends, look at this Nan Khatais already. You can make little fancy varieties with your kids or whatever way you want. You can make these cookies with semolina or without semolina. Here, and another thing you have to remember is when these cookies are hot in the oven, when you remove them out, they will still look as if they are a little bit softer. Just leave it out for a few minutes and they will become nice, crispy and very soft. They literally melt in your mouth. Wow. Dear friends, I hope you enjoyed to learn how to make this Nan Khatai in 2 variations. There are a couple of other variations. You should go on the net and try out different kind of recipes. But remember, whatever is all about inspiring others to cook. One way of inspiring is promoting whatever.com. Since it's a free website, I think it's your duty to help your VahChef and whatever.com. Thank you.